Welcome back to the channel, bringing you the latest news from around the world. News anchors show dramatic graphics. Container ships slicing through Nicaragua, a bold red line on the map, all under Beijing's control. The story goes viral, fueling debates about global power and China's ambitions. But what if I told you this is more ghost story than reality? The ships are phantoms, the construction crews exist only in digital renderings. We're here to separate fact from fiction. This isn't a finished project, or even one that's truly begun. It's a decade-old dream, a recent diplomatic shift, and a social media firestorm, blending into a misleading tale. The idea of a Chinese-backed canal is powerful because it taps into real anxieties about global influence. But feelings aren't facts. Our job is to follow the evidence, not the hype. So let's put this viral story under the microscope. We'll revisit the original plan, examine the key players, and ask, is there any real progress or just recycled headlines? Let's dig in. Flashback to 2013. The Nicaragua Canal story began not with the Chinese government, but with Wang Jing, a Chinese billionaire leading the HKND group. HKND, a private Hong Kong company, signed a massive deal with Nicaragua's government to build a canal 3 times longer than Panama's, costing $50 billion. The plan promised to transform Nicaragua's economy, with ports, an airport, and a free trade zone. But from the start, there were huge problems. Environmentalists warned of disaster, and thousands of locals protested land seizures. The government's secrecy and HKND's sweeping powers fueled suspicion. The project stalled almost immediately. Wang Jing's fortune collapsed in the 2015 Chinese stock market crash, and the promised funding never arrived. By 2018, HKND had abandoned its offices. No real construction ever began. The Nicaragua Canal became a failed dream, ambition crushed by economic reality, environmental concerns, and public resistance. The concession expired in 2024, closing the book on the HKND era. No ships, no canal, just a cautionary tale. So why is the story back in the headlines now? Let's find out. If the HKND project is dead, why is the canal back in the news with China at the center? The answer: a diplomatic shift in late 2021. Nicaragua cut ties with Taiwan and recognized China. This opened the door for new economic partnerships and revived talk of the canal. In 2024, Nicaragua invited Chinese companies to consider the project, but this was just an invitation, not a deal. Media outlets quickly spun this into, China is building the Nicaragua Canal. Old images and the $50 billion figure from the HKND plan resurfaced, fueling speculation. The reality: Nicaragua is courting Chinese investment, but there's no official commitment from Beijing. No signed agreements, no construction crews, no state-owned Chinese companies on the ground. What we have is a wish from Nicaragua and silence from China, while the media fills in the blanks. The story became simpler, more dramatic, and much more viral, but the facts? Still just a proposal, not a project. Let's break down what's real and what's not. Here's the truth. There is no confirmed Chinese government-backed canal project under construction in Nicaragua. Viral stories conflate past dreams with present speculation. Satellite images show no new excavation. Local journalists report no heavy machinery or Chinese engineers. Photos circulating online are often from unrelated projects. Xi Jinping and the Chinese government have made no public commitment. The $50 billion price tag is a relic of the failed HKND plan. No new feasibility studies, no environmental assessments, no fresh budget, just recycled numbers. No financial agreements, no state-owned bank funding. The danger? Viral narratives create false realities and unnecessary alarm. The real story: a proposal, not a project. Let's lay out the facts versus the myths. Myth: China and Xi Jinping are building a $50 billion canal in Nicaragua right now. Fact: no active construction, no official Chinese commitment, and the $50 billion figure is from a defunct 2013 project. Myth: the project is a done deal, secretly agreed upon. Fact: no formal agreement exists. International deals of this size require public treaties and disclosures, none exist. Myth: this is a new, sudden development showing China's global expansion. Fact: the canal idea is over a century old. The current buzz is just a revival of an old dream in a new context. China's Belt and Road Initiative is real, but its involvement in this canal is unconfirmed. The story is recycled, not revolutionary. Don't be fooled by the headlines. In a world of viral headlines, how do you find the truth? Question your sources. Is the news from a reputable outlet or a sensationalist blog? Look for official statements from the governments involved. Major projects leave a public paper trail. Follow independent journalists and NGOs on the ground. They can verify what's really happening. If there's no evidence of construction, it's probably just hype. Grand projects take years and require transparency. Don't jump to conclusions based on a viral post. Check dates, corroborate sources, and distinguish between proposals and signed deals. The truth about the Nicaragua Canal will be found in official documents, not social media. Until then, it's just a ghost story.